We have some major news to break down today, as some new light has been shed on the whole Damian Lillard and Milwaukee Bucks situation with the injury that has gone down. We're going to break down everything you need to know when we think that Damian Lillard is going to return, and what's been buzzing around the media to do with everything you need to know with the Bucks in the first round, Damian Lillard in the playoffs, or is he going to miss even more time? Well, you're going to find out everything you need to know in this episode of Joe Mercer Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Joey Mercer. And before we get into it there today, I just want to thank everybody for the continued support on the channel. And to make sure if you're watching this content, to go down below, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications. It's absolutely free, so why not? And then we'll keep you up to date on all the NBA news that you need to know each and every single day. So without further ado, let's get the topic at hand, being an article from USA Today by Mark Giannotto saying, Damian Lillard injury update, will Milwaukee Bucks star be ready to start NBA playoffs? Well, let's see. Damian Lillard is improving, but he remains out indefinitely as the Milwaukee Bucks begin the NBA playoffs this weekend. The team issued a medical update concerning Lillard on Tuesday on the heels of reports that stated he would miss the start of the team's 2025 postseason run. Lillard missed the final 14 games of the regular season and experiencing deep vein thrombosis, which is a blood clot in his right calf, last month. The Bucks expressed optimism about their star point guard's recovery process on Tuesday and noted he would continue to increase his on-court basketball activity, but general manager John Horst offered no specific timetable for Lillard's potential return ahead of the playoffs, but a leaked source told the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, part of the USA Today network, that Lillard will not be cleared to play in time for the start of the postseason. The Bucks are scheduled to begin their Eastern Conference first-round series against the Pacers on Saturday. We've heard news since this article has actually come out from The Athletic stating that he could be ready at some point in time in the first round. I hope not. I hope that Lillard really takes his time. He's not at the age, nor should anybody do that when they've had such a serious injury or ailment, such as a blood clot. Take your time to get back on the court. Be ready for your team for next season. Do not rush things. Now, if he's absolutely 110% medically cleared and they can make it to the second or third round, that makes a whole lot of sense. But this first round, where it's been such a short amount of time, he needs to sit out, in my opinion. But let's dive further into this. His injury status right now says Lillard's exact path to medical clearance and a return for the playoffs is still unclear. Damian's most recent weekly scan shows that his injury has significantly improved, which will enable him to move ahead safely with increased basketball activity, Horst said in a statement. Damian's health remains our number one priority. We have followed strict protocols and will continue to do so. We are pleased with the positive news about Damian's progress. Now, makes a lot of sense right there for sure. I mean, they need to make sure that if Damian Lillard is going to come back, he's going to be 110%. I really don't want a team bringing somebody back too early and then causing them to get more and more injuries down the line. On a less serious note, I guess you could say, remember when Kevin Durant came back in the finals in 2019 and then the Achilles just went right again? Something like that. That's something that you don't want. I understand how important a championship is and how hard it is to get to the NBA finals or the NBA playoffs for that matter, but do not risk the health of a player or allow him to risk his health in that moment to have further, harder, worse issues down the line. Next thing it says, and this is Tuesday's update concerning Lillard follows positive reports in recent weeks from Bucks coach Doc Rivers. Lillard appeared in 58 games during his second season playing alongside Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee and averaged 25 and 7 assists. The Bucks began last year's NBA playoffs with Antetokounmpo in the lineup and then were beaten by the Pacers in the 2024 first-round series when Antetokounmpo could not return in time to play. That's been a big issue for them, is Giannis not being ready for the first round, but this time he actually is. So without Dame, though, is it going to be ready for the Bucks? Is this going to be the best situation for them? I don't really think so, but, stranger things have happened. I don't really believe in this Pacers team either, so I could see them coming away with the victory. Lillard's injury was initially thought to be a calf strain. His initial treatment after being diagnosed with deep vein thrombosis included the use of blood thinners. Deep vein thrombosis occurs when a blood clot forms in one or more of the deep veins in the body, usually in the legs, according to the Mayo Clinic. So take your time, get back to 100% Damian Lillard, and realistically the Bucks, I mean, I don't believe in this Pacers team. I think they can do it without Dame. Dame is a huge help, don't get me wrong, but I could still see the Bucks taking over this Pacers team, which I do not believe in. But let me know if you think differently in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the health of Damian Lillard. It's good news that he's starting to come around and begin basketball activities for sure. And I hope a speedy recovery for him and a properly timed return, I guess is the way that I would put it. But that's all I've got to say about this topic there today. Let me know what you got to think down below in the comments section. Make sure to like the video if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.